you. I, Rupali Singh, welcome you all in our channel GS World. So, some students are over here. Sangam, Surya, Amit, Aprajita, Ramjanak, Ripunjay, Hanisai, very good evening students, and we are here to discuss some current affairs news articles, some previous year's questions and current affairs questions, alright. So we will start the sessions, but first of all I would like all of you to please like the session, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel, alright. And this is our Telegram channel which you have to join, and do not forget to press the bell icon as it is very important for all of you to get the PDF materials and study materials. And apart from this, this is our Telegram channel named as GS World IS, so you have to join this channel for the PDF and study materials, alright. So here we are to start the session. Please share the session all of you so that others can also join the session, alright. So here, as you all know, that Rajasthan has become the second state which has presented its first digital budget, alright, apart from Uttar Pradesh, who has recently presented its budget, and that would be your it is the first state that has presented the paperless budget or digital budget. And similarly, Rajasthan has become the second state who has presented its budget, and that too your paperless budget or your digital budget, alright. And recently it has also announced a scheme, that is universal health scheme, and it is to be launched in Rajasthan. So here we will discuss some of the highlights of budget and this scheme also, alright. So no new taxes was levied in the budget for 2021-22, alright, presented by Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot in the State Assembly. As Mr. Ashok Gehlot, he is the Chief Minister also, and he is also the Finance Minister of Rajasthan government, so that is why he only presented the budget in the State Assembly, while the relief measures to the tune of rupees 910 crores were announced for farmers, industries, industrialists, real estate players, traders, tour operators and common people through various exemptions, alright. So there are as you can understand over here, that no new tax was levied this year, alright, and there are various exemptions have also been given, and approximately and around your 910 crore relief measures have also given to these people, alright. So this is the important fact that you should remember. Apart from this, presenting the Congress government's first paperless budget, Mr. Gehlot, who also holds the finance portfolio, announced the launch of a universal healthcare scheme, and it will be worth rupees 3,500 crores, stipulating medical insurance of rupees 5 lakh to every family in the state, alright. This is very important, and you should remember that how much allocation is given to this universal healthcare scheme that is being launched in Rajasthan. So your allocation is your 3,500 crores. A separate agriculture budget would also be presented from the next year, alright. So this is also the announcement given in the during the budget session, that a separate agriculture budget would also be launched from the would also be presented from the next year onwards, that is from the year 2022. Alright. Apart from this, the budget projected a revenue deficit of rupees 23,750.04 crores and fiscal deficit of rupees 47,652.77 crore for the financial year 2021-22. Alright. If we talk about fiscal deficit, what is it? It is the difference between the revenue and the total borrowings of the government. Alright. And the fiscal deficit was 3.98% of the gross state domestic product, and states revenue receipts are declined by 23% during the COVID-19 pandemic, while the center had slashed GST compensation by 14,000 crore. Alright, these are the important facts that you should remember about these about the budget of Rajasthan, alright. How much reduction would be there, how much decline was there in revenue deficit, so it is your 23%. When we talk about the fiscal deficit, then it would be your 3.98% of the gross domestic product, alright. Yes, Aprajita, I would be taking the session of UP budget on Saturday, alright. So today is your Thursday, the day after tomorrow, I will take the session of UP budget. All right, don't worry. Actually, I am preparing notes for that in detail, so that is why it is taking time, and so I have decided that I would take the class on Saturday. All right, don't worry. Definitely, you will get the notes as I have promised you, because UP budget is important for your UP PCS prelims examination. So that is why the notes should be should be proper and detailed manner. So that is why it is taking time. All right. So definitely, I will discuss it with you. All. So next is the sectors which were given priority in the budget included agriculture and animal husbandry, health, education, social security, and good governance. All right, and I have taken this highlights of this budget because it is not very much relevant for the UPPCS prelims examination. All right, so that is why I have just taken the highlights of Rajasthan budget. But apart from just reading the highlights, we cannot manage the exam of UPPCS. So that is why I have taken this UP budget. It is taking time so that I can give you proper notes. All right. Apart from this, the Chief Minister announced the implementation of a new model of public health under which the Right to Health Bill will be brought. All right. The deferred salaries of state government employees will be paid to them, while 1200 new English medium Mahatma Gandhi schools will be opened in the next 2 years. All right. Apart from this, Mr. Gehlot also announced rupees 500 crore package for development of tourism. All right, which was adversely affected during the pandemic. The unemployment allowance paid to eligible youths will be increased from rupees 1,000 to while rupees 5,000 and citation will be given to good Samaritans who save lives in road accidents under the Jeevan Raksha Yojana. All right, these are the important highlights of your Rajasthan budget that you should know. Apart from this, as I have promised you that I will take the session of UP budget, so definitely I will take it on Saturday, and that would be your full session. That would be in detail only. Okay. So Shivam Bhaiya is here. Good evening. How are you, Shivam? So before moving forward, I would like all of you to please like the session, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel. All right. Next news is also quite important. Why? Because recently we have seen that Pakistan is very much interested in tying its cooperation with Sri Lanka. As you all know that Sri Lanka is a neighboring country of India, and we have cordial relations also. But recently, what is Pakistan doing? That it is announcing a defense credit lines also, all right, and it is supporting Sri Lanka very much. So that is why recently what happened, that Prime Minister of Pakistan visited Sri Lanka, and there they have some of the agreement. So recently, Prime Minister of Pakistan announces $50 million defense credit line for Sri Lanka. So what is in the news in detail, we will discuss. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan announced a $50 million defense credit line facility for Sri Lanka, even as the two countries stressed the need for a stronger partnership in security, combating terrorism, organized crime, and drug and narcotic trafficking, and intelligence sharing. And both sides expressed satisfaction at the existing bilateral cooperation in the field of defense, and noted that the elevation of a staff level talks to defense dialogue has further provided an opportunity to expand security sector relations. All right, and apart from this, as you all know that Mr. Khan was a cricketer also. So Mr. Khan's visit to Sri Lanka is the first to be undertaken by the head of government after the pandemic hit the world, and it was the first visit by the Pakistani Prime Minister since the formation of a new government in both the countries, and marked Mr. Khan's return since his cricketing tours to Sri Lanka in 1975 and 1986. All right. So these are the important takeaways that you should remember, and recently you should what question would come in your examination, like Pakistan has given how much allocation for the defense sector to Sri Lanka. All right, so you have to remember that this would be your $50 million. All right, and this can also come in your examination, like Prime Minister of Pakistan visited which of the countries, which of the following neighboring countries. So you should remember that it is Sri Lanka. All right. So Kirti Singh is here. Good evening, Kirti. How are you? Next news is also one of the important news. As you all know, that world's one of the biggest cricket stadium is also named as behind the name of Modi, Mr. Narendra Modi, as the Honorable Prime Minister. So Motera Stadium, it is in Ahmedabad, and it is going to be named after Narendra Modi, and it was the dream project of Narendra Modi to develop such type of stadium. Alright, so the world's largest cricket arena at Motera in Ahmedabad, the Sardar Patel Cricket Stadium was renamed Narendra Modi Stadium, and it was inaugurated by President Ramnath Kovind in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah and his son Jai Shah, who is BCCI Secretary, and others. Alright, so recently you have to remember that which dam is named after our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So it is your Motera Dam, and it is Motera Stadium. I'm saying it dam, Motera Stadium, and it is the part of Sardar Patel Cricket Stadium. The rebuilt stadium is part of the proposed Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Sports Enclave to be spread over 220 acres on the Sabarmati river bank in the northeast of Ahmedabad. Alright, and the initiative at Motera was the dream project of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who had conceived it as President of Gujarat Cricket Council and Chief Minister of Gujarat in 2014. Alright, so it was the dream project of Honorable Prime Minister, and it is since 2014 he wanted such type of stadium. The construction had begun in 2016 and has been completed at the estimated cost of rupees 800 crores. Alright, apart from this, it may be noted that exactly 1 year ago, on February 24, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, what had he done? He had hosted the then United States President Donald Trump at the same venue in a mega event, Namaste Trump. Alright, so it is also very famous for Namaste Trump initiative. So you have to remember this point also. Alright, next news is regarding our Puducherry. As you all know, that government has failed in Puducherry, and what happened that it is the here precedent rule is announced by the government. Center approves precedent rules in Puducherry. Alright, so let's see what is in the news. And as we have discussed, that is Chief Minister, and the President has also removed its governor, that is Kiran Bedi. So let's see what is in the news, and who has been appointed as the additional governor, additional charge of who has been given as the additional charge of governor in Puducherry. Please reply everyone. I want all of you to answer that who has been given the additional charge of governor in Puducherry. Recently, T. Saundarya Rajan, that is who is the governor of Telangana, he was given the additional charge of Puducherry. So recently, President rule is applied in Puducherry. So let's see what is in the news. The Union Cabinet approved a proposal to impose President's rule in Puducherry. Puducherry Chief Minister V. Narayanaswamy, who led the Congress government, resigned ahead of the confidence vote after his ministry was reduced to a minority, followed a spate of resignations of his party MLAs and DMK legislator in recent days. Alright, so here are some additional information. In India, President rule is the suspension of state government and imposition of the direct union government rule in a state. Alright, so what is President rule? What does President rules mean? It means that it is the suspension of a state government totally, and what happened? It is the imposition of direct union government rule in a state. Apart from this, under Article 356 of the Constitution in India, in the event that a state government is unable to function according to constitutional provisions, the union government can take direct control of the state machinery. Alright, so these are the important facts that in your statement and argument questions, this would come in your examination. Alright, whenever your statements and which of the following statements are correct, this type of questions would come in your examination, that under which article it would be, article would be changed, it would become Article 359. Alright, but you have to remember that which article, under which article union government can take direct control. So it is your Article 356. Following the 1994 landmark judgment in S.R. Bomai and Union of India, the Supreme Court of India restricted arbitrary impositions of President's rule, and in Chhattisgarh and Telangana are the only states where President rule has not been imposed so far. Alright, so this is very important fact that you should remember, that there are two states only where President rule has not imposed yet, and these two states are your Chhattisgarh and Telangana. Alright. So let's move forward to our next scheme, next news. And what is it? Next scheme, next news is regarding your PLI scheme, that is production linked incentive scheme. And recently Cabinet approves PLI, that is production linked initiative scheme for the pharmaceuticals, as you can see over here. Alright, so the PLI, what is PLI? It is your production linked incentive scheme for pharma, is expected to promote the production of high value products in the country and increase the value addition in exports. The scheme will benefit domestic manufacturers, spur job opportunities, and contribute to availability of wider range of affordable medicines for consumers. Alright, so what will be the benefit of these PLI scheme under pharmaceutical sector? That this scheme would definitely increase the value addition in exports, number one. Next is it will benefit domestic manufacturers. It will increase job opportunities and contribute to availability of wider range of affordable medicines for consumers also. Alright, and overall a reassuring budget with no negative surprises that has buoyed overall sentiment. Healthcare and well-being has received top priority in budget 2021, with more than doubling of the outlay of 2,23,846 crore. Alright, so as you all know that we have discussed in the union budget also that how much allocation would be given to health and care sector. So it would be your 2,23,846 crores, and it would be more than double from the previous year, including the allocation of rupees 35,400 crore towards COVID-19 vaccination and rupees 64,184 crores for a new scheme to strengthen the country's primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare infrastructure. Very important point is this. Alright, 11 kind of sectors will be given priority. Yes, absolutely right, Honey Sai. Already 10 sectors are included in your budget that would be given that would come under PLI scheme, and recently one more, that is your pharmaceuticals, is also included in this scheme. Alright, so now you would have your 11 kinds of sectors, 11 sectors that would be given priority under this scheme. Alright, so let's move, and these facts are very important, students. Alright, this is the allocation for your total health and care sector. Yes, exactly 137% more than the last year. Yes, Ripunjay, very good. Alright, and apart from this, 35,400 crore for COVID-19 vaccination only. And when we talk about for primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare infrastructure, how much allocation is there? It is your 64,184 crores. Alright, so these are the important facts that we have just discussed. Now it's the time for the article to be discussed, and then we will have our question session and one previous year question and related topic. So your article today is related to hunger index. We will discuss about food hunger. Alright, so United Nations Committee for World Food Security endorses voluntary guidelines to end hunger. Alright, so recently what happened? Recently United Nations has made a committee for world food security, and that would endorse voluntary guidelines to end hunger. Why it is in news? Because the guidelines will contribute to realization of global goals on hunger and nutrition, as more than 3 billion people do not have access to healthy diets. Alright, so you can imagine that 3 billion people around the world is more than the population of one country. Alright, so this is the important fact, and that is why it is in news. What is the issue that we are dealing with under this article? The issue is the first ever voluntary guidelines on food systems and nutrition meant to end hunger and malnutrition were endorsed by members of the Committee on World Food Security on February 11, 2021. Alright, so you should know, you should understand this thing, that here it is the first time that any voluntary guidelines on food systems and nutrition are meant that would try to end hunger and malnutrition were endorsed by members of the Committee on World Food Security, that is CFS. Apart from this, what this committee would do, committee that is made on World Food Security, that is CFS. So the endorsement took place at the 47th session of CFS, that is Committee on World Food Security, that was held virtually from February 8th to February 11th. Alright, so which session would be there, which edition is this? So you have to remember that this was the 47th session. Apart from this, CFS, what is CFS? What is Committee on World Food Security? It is an international and intergovernmental platform for stakeholders to work towards ensuring food security and nutrition for all. And basically it is hosted and co-funded by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO. Alright, so this is the important fact, that by which organization it got funds, or it is hosted. So by the organization of United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, it got funds and it is hosted. Alright, next point is first voluntary guidelines to end hunger. What is the guidelines that is given under this? The guidelines have been developed to support countries in their efforts to eradicate all forms of hunger and malnutrition by utilizing a comprehensive food systems approach. Alright, and what are the focus areas, or basically what are the guidelines that are given under this committee? So there are 7 focus areas basically. Number 1 is, they are structured around 7 focus areas. Number 1 is transparent, democratic and accountable governance. It is very important. If the government would not ensure that the people of the country got food properly, got nutritional diet, then nobody can do anything. Alright, so apart from this, sustainable food supply chains to achieve healthy diets in the context of economic, social and environmental sustainability and climate change. Apart from this, equal and equitable access, alright, equal and equitable access to healthy diets through sustainable food systems. Alright, it is also very important, because some of the people got very healthy diet, alright, and those who are malnutrition, they waste food also, and those who are unable to get the food, they don't even get, apart from getting the healthy diets, they don't even get diet only. Okay, so Madhu Kumari is here. Good evening, Madhu. How are you? Let's move to other sectors, other focus areas. So other focus areas are your food safety across sustainable food systems. Next is people-centered nutrition, knowledge, education and information. And next is gender equality and women's empowerment across food systems. And last focus area is your resilient food systems in humanitarian context. Alright, so what would be the significance of this committee? So significance here we will discuss. The guidelines are intended to build upon and complement the work and mandate of other international bodies. For example, the United Nations Decade of Action on Nutrition, that is from 2016 to 2025. Apart from this, they call for realization of the right to adequate food in the context of national food security for all, particularly for the most vulnerable and affected groups. Alright, so and also they focus on policy planning, governance, so that food systems can be made more resilient and responsive, and such policies will also be in accordance with needs of consumers and producers too, especially small and marginal farmers. Alright, and apart from this, governments have been asked to refrain from promulgating and applying any unilateral economic, financial or trade measures that impede the full achievement of the guidelines. Alright, so here we will summarize this article. The next step, alright, the guidelines uptake and implementation at the regional, national and local level would be even more important and challenging. Alright, so basically it is at the local level, the implementation should be local level. In that way only it would be able to reduce the hunger, it would be we would be able to eradicate hunger totally. Alright, and to provide healthy diet for all the people, all the sectors also. Alright, so next it is the time for us to answer the question. So get ready with your keypads and start answering the question. So question number 1 is on your screen. Start answering the question. So before moving forward, I would request all of you to please like the session, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, if you have joined the session first time, so please do subscribe the channel and press the notification bell icon. So let's see what is the question. So question is, you have to consider the following statements regarding hydrogen technology. Statement number 1, hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe and is lighter, energy dense and more efficient than burning petrol. Statement number 2 is, hydrogen fuel has near zero carbon footprint. Statement number 3, green hydrogen is hydrogen produced by splitting water by electrolysis. And last statement is, hydrogen fuel is very safe because of very low explosion risk. So you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Options are 1 and 3. Option number 2, 1, 2 and 3. Option number 3, 1, 3 and 4. And option number D is 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is all are correct. So do answer this question, everyone. Chandrakant is saying that B is the correct answer. Ankit is also saying that B is the correct answer. All right. Okay, Chandrakant, Ankit, B, Shushil is also saying, Shushil is saying that D is the correct answer. Okay, others, what you want to answer this question? Hydrogen technology. This question is regarding your hydrogen technology. Ripunjay C, Madhukumari D. Alright, Chandrakant and Ankit has given the correct answer, and the correct answer is your option number B. That is first, second and third are correct, but last statement, that is the statement, fourth statement is not correct, because hydrogen fuel is not very safe, because it is not of very low explosion risk. It is of high explosion risk. As you all know that hydrogen bomb can also be prepared with this hydrogen. Alright, so definitely your correct answer would be option number B. Alright, so here explanation is given. Alright, why hydrogen? India's electricity is heavily coal dependent. Hydrogen will replace fossil fuels, address pollution and oil price rise. Apart from this, it is the most abundant element in the universe and is lighter, energy dense and 2-3 times more efficient than burning petrol. And it will benefit transportation, contributes 1/3 of India's greenhouse gases and iron and steel and chemical sector. So right, so these are the important facts regarding your hydrogen. And as I think that this picture is not clear. All right, okay, so I think that due to typists have done something, and they have not given the full picture, so it is given over here. So basically the last statement is not correct. I will explain it again so that you don't have any problem. You know very well that hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. It is lighter, energy dense and more efficient than burning petrol. Definitely hydrogen fuel has near zero carbon footprint, because it will not produce carbon dioxide gas, it would not release carbon dioxide gas, so there would be zero carbon footprint. As we have discussed also, that carbon footprint is that greenhouse gas is the activity by which is the human activity or community or organization activity by which greenhouse gases would be released, especially your carbon dioxide. So definitely hydrogen would not release carbon dioxide, so it would be your zero carbon footprint. Apart from this, when we talk about green hydrogen, it is hydrogen produced by splitting water by electrolysis, because it would be the safest method. Or whenever we electrolyze water, as you all, if you are a science student, so you can easily understand that whenever water is electrolyzed, what happened? There would be release of two gases, that is hydrogen and oxygen. So whenever it would be released by electrolysis method, then green hydrogen would be released. But hydrogen fuel is not very safe, and because it is not very low explosion risk, because it has high explosion risk also. Alright, as the picture is not clear, so that is why I have discussed it in the session, in the question only. Okay, so I think that you would have understood this thing properly. So next move to our next question. Let's see what is it. So next question is, again you have to consider the following statements and you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Number one statement is, during the election period, the Election Commission of India can order the government to observe election related guidelines. Statement number two, Election Commission of India can send Border Security Force BSF and Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP to states ahead of the assembly elections to maintain law and order during the election campaign. Statement third says that when on election duty, government officers work under the control of ECI, that is Election Commission of India, and not the government. So please answer this question, that which of the following statements is or are correct. Options are 1 and 2 is correct, option number B 1 and 3 is correct, option number C 2 and 3 is correct, and option number D says that all these statements, that is 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Very easy one. You can guess this question also, you can guess the answer of this question also. Okay, so Ankit is saying that D is the correct answer, and Sushil Yadav is saying that B is the correct answer. Chandrakant is also saying D, Ripunjay B. Okay, first and third. Okay, Madhu Kumari is saying that D is the correct answer. Alright, this time Ankit, Chandrakant, Madhu Kumari, Kirti, Amit Yadav, they all have given the correct answer. Okay, Kuldeep is also giving the correct answer. Ripunjay and Sushil Yadav, they have not given the correct answer. Alright, what happened to you, Ripunjay? Alright, Aprajita has also given the correct answer. Very good, Aprajita. Ripunjay, I am not expecting this thing from you. Alright, so I think that you are not paying attention in reading the question. Alright, always pay attention in reading the question. When you pay, sometimes it happens, guys, that we have read all the things, alright, we have studied everything, but at the time of examination, what happened that we just look at the question and just start answering the question, and without paying attention, or sometimes it happens that we are in so much stress that we don't pay so much attention to the question, and that is why we give wrong answers. So just avoid this thing, alright. You have to pay attention while reading the question, and if you are not getting the answer of any of the question, then you have to read the question again and again. At least if you are not getting the answer, just try to read the question twice or thrice, then you would definitely guess the answer properly. Alright, but before that, okay, it's okay, Ripunjay, this time you haven't read about ITBP, but always I am just saying it in general, that you have to always pay the attention while reading the question. Alright, this you have to maintain in your examination hall also. Okay, so let's move to the explanation of this question. Very few election commissions in the world have such wide-ranging powers as the Election Commission of India. Alright, and Election Commission takes decisions on every aspect of conduct and control of elections, from the announcement of elections to the declaration of results. Apart from this, it implements the code of conduct and punishes any candidate or party that violates it. Alright, and next is, during election period, the Election Commission can order the government to follow some guidelines to prevent use and misuse of governmental power to enhance its chances to win elections or to transfer some government officials. Alright, and companies of Central Security Forces will begin arriving in West Bengal this week ahead of the assembly elections, dates of which are yet to be announced, and by February 25, at least 125 companies will arrive in the state to maintain law and order during the election campaign. Alright, so these are the important questions. Yes ma'am, it happens to us in previous question. Yes. Okay, it's okay, Prajita. That is why I am getting that you all are doing such types of mistakes. And you know, guys, somewhere I was also the student, alright, and I have also done such types of mistakes. So that is why I am sharing it with my experience, that whenever you are going to answer any of the question, just try, if you know the answer, then you can just read the question once and you can answer this question. But if you are not sure about the answer of any of the question, just read it twice and thrice. And if you are sure, then only answer the question. Otherwise, it is not a good thing. It is not a good decision to just guess the question and have your negative marking. All right, just avoid negative marking. It is very important. All right, and it is the time of your normalization also. In every examination, normalization is being conducted, so it is very important for all of you to avoid negative marking. All right, 100% accuracy. You have to answer the question with 100% accuracy. Gyan Prakash, good evening. Okay, so according to Election Commission officials, there will be 60 companies of the Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, 30 companies of the Sashastra Seema Bal, SSB, 25 companies of the Border Security Force, BSF, and 5 companies each of the CISF, that is Central Industrial Security Force, and the ITBP, that is Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Alright, so as it is regarding the elections of West Bengal, so Election Commission has decided to do such types of measures before the election campaign. Alright, next question on your screen, and next question is, consider the following statements and you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Statement number 1 is, fog is a phenomena of small droplets remaining suspended in the air. Statement 2 says, western disturbance along with the extreme northern India inhibits the development of fog over Delhi, Haryana, Punjab belt. Statement number 3 says, clear sky conditions accompanied by calm winds during the day allows the fog to persist for longer than normal duration. Alright, and you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Options are 1 and 2, option number B 1 only, option number C 1 and 3, and option number D is 1, 2 and 3 all. Please answer this question. You have to answer the question regarding fog. Very easy one. As you all know about fog, you all know about a smog. When smoke and fog mixes, then it takes the form of a smog. Alright, so regarding this you have to answer. Chandrakant Singh is saying that D is the correct answer. Alright. Ankit Kumar is saying that A is the correct answer. First and second, Sushil Yadav is also saying that A is the correct answer. Madhu Kumari A, Prince Raj Studio is saying A is the correct answer. Alright, this time you all are wrong and the correct answer is option number C, that is first and third is correct. Alright, yes, Aprajita, very good. First and third are correct and second is your wrong statement. Alright, so fog is a phenomena of small droplets remaining suspended in the air. First statement is correct, but western disturbances along with the extreme northern India is not responsible for the development of fog over Delhi, Haryana, Punjab belt. Alright, but yes, this is also true that clear sky conditions accompanied by calm winds during the day allows the fog to persist for longer than normal duration. Alright, so here we will discuss the explanation of this question. So fog is a phenomena of small droplets remaining suspended in the air. Fog develops normally during late evening, night or early morning hours of the day, severely affecting visibility. Alright, and foggy conditions prevail over the plains of North India during the winter season and can prolong for days and sometimes even for weeks. Alright, and for developed over Delhi, Haryana, fog developed over Delhi, Haryana belt during February 2nd to 6th due to passing of an active western disturbance which caused light rain and brought along fresh moisture over these regions. Alright, but it is not accompanied. Alright, here it is given that western disturbances along with the extreme northern India inhibits the development of fog. So it is not true. Yes, western disturbances are responsible. In the absence of an active western disturbance, an anticyclone formed and stayed put over the extreme north of the plains. Alright, and this coincided with the dominant easterly waves pumping in moisture into the region, favoring the fog formation. Alright, yes, okay, so let's move. Apart from this, clear sky conditions accompanied by calm winds during the day allowed the fog to persist for longer than normal duration, and with the persistent prevalence of an easterly trough Across central India after February 8, the easterly winds continued to remain active for 9 to 10 consecutive days, and this resulted in continuous moisture being fed, and the water droplets contributed towards the fog development and its persistence all these days. Alright, so these are the important facts related to these questions. Alright. Okay. Let's move to our next question, and next question is on your screen. Please answer this question. Alright, and the question is, consider the following statements regarding drought. We have discussed fog, we have, so now it is the question related to your drought. As you have seen that why we have discussed fog, because it is prevalent in Delhi, Punjab belt, that is in the current affairs news, and its related question would come in your examination. So now it is the time for us to understand drought. So first statement is that drought is the consequence of a natural reduction in the amount of precipitation over an extended period of time, usually a season or more in length. Statement second says that drought is often associated with high winds, high temperatures and high relative humidity. Last statement is agricultural drought occurs when available soil moisture is inadequate for healthy crop growth and cause extreme stress and wilting. So you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Options are first and second, option number B first and third, option number C second and third, and option number D is one only. Please answer this question. Read the question properly. Alright, Madhu Kumari is saying that B is the correct answer, first and third. Ankit Kumar is saying that A is the correct answer. Chandrakant is saying B is the correct answer. Alright. Okay. Read the question properly. I am saying again and again. Aprajita is also saying that B is the correct answer. Alright, I want all of you to answer this question. Alright, let's see what is the correct answer. Shalini is also saying that B is the correct answer. Ripunjay first and third. Very good everyone. Correct answer is your first and third. Alright, here it is the result of reading the question properly, that you have all answered the question correctly. Alright, so as defined by the Indian Meteorological Department, drought is a consequence of the natural reduction in the amount of precipitation for a long period of time. Drought is often associated with other climatic factors like high winds and temperatures and low relative humidity, and these factors can aggravate the severity of the drought event. Alright, and as per the Manual for Drought Management 2016, drought is declared considering following two indicative factors. And what are these two indicative factors? Number one is the extent of rainfall deviation, that is depreciation, and number two is the consequent dry spell. Apart from this, Indian Meteorological Department declares a year to be drought year in case the area is affected by moderate and severe drought, either individually or together, and for 20 to 40% of the total area of the country. Alright, yes, during drought absolute humidity is more prevalent. Yes, very good. And Ripunjay, yes, it is also correct. Alright, and what are the different types of droughts? This is also given over here. Number one is your meteorological drought, number two is hydrological drought, number three is agricultural drought, and last is your socio-economic drought. Alright, and agricultural drought occurs when available soil moisture is inadequate for healthy crop growth and cause extreme stress and wilting. So that is why your first and third statements are correct. Alright, next question is, consider the following statements regarding transfer payments. Your three statements are given over here, and you have to answer that which of these statements is or are correct. Number one statement is, transfer payments are receipts which the residents of a country receive for free. The statement second says they consist of remittances, gifts and grants, and statement third says that they could be given by the government or by private citizens living abroad. So please answer this question, very easy one. You all know about transfer payments. And next I will discuss the previous year question and related topics. Consider the following statements regarding transfer payments. Number one is transfer payments are receipts which the residents of a country receive for free. Number two, they consist of remittances, gifts and grants. Number third is they could be given by the government or by private citizens living abroad. Alright. So I think that no one has heard about transfer payments. Okay, so I will tell the answer. Alright, so here all these statements, Ankit is saying that A is correct. Ankit, now what happened to you? You are giving all the wrong answers. Chandrakant is saying that C is correct. Alright, second and third are correct but not sure about first statement. Alright, so here all these statements are correct. Alright, D is the correct answer. Madhu Kumari is saying that C is the correct answer. Alright, so here it is given that transfer payments are the receipts which the residents of a country get for free without having to provide any goods or services in return. Number second, they consist of gifts, remittances and grants, and number third is they could be given by the government or by private citizens living abroad. Alright, it's okay Honey Sai, if you haven't heard about it, so you can read it over here, you can study and learn over here. Next question is your previous year question, and again I have taken the question of your UPPCS prelims, and this was the question of the year 2020, and the question says, yes, it is free also. Alright, so let's see what is the question that have been asked in your examination. So it was the question that the official agronomy during Mauryan age was related with which of the following field? Options are weight and measurement, option number second administrative management, option number third construction of road, and option number D is revenue management. So you have to answer that the official that is known as the agronomy during Mauryan age was related with which of the following fields? Options are weight and measurement, administrative management, construction of roads, or revenue management. This is quite different question, and this is not such type of question that you can guess easily. Alright, so Sheil is saying that C is the correct answer, that is construction of roads. If you have heard about it, if you have read about it, then only you would be able to answer this question. Alright, Chandrakant is saying D, Madhu Kumari B, administrative management, revenue management. You have the tendency to answer regarding any of the management especially. Alright, Aprajita is saying that A may be. Alright, so C students, this is the question that was asked in your examination and how you are preparing. Alright, so you have to work upon such types of topic. You have to learn about Mauryan age properly. You have to learn these terms properly. Alright, that is why I have taken this question, so that you can understand that what types of questions are asked in your examination and how, in what way your preparation should be. Alright, Ankit is saying that A may be. Alright, so the correct answer here is your construction of roads. Alright, agronomy official is related to your construction of roads, and the correct answer is given by Sushil only. Okay, so let's see what is the explanation. Alright, here you can understand, here are some of the terms and their definitions that could be asked in your examination. Alright, so I have taken the terms and their definitions, related definitions only. If we talk about Aryaputra, who is Aryaputra? Perhaps meaning a Yuvraj distinct from a Kumar. Alright, so there is a difference between Kumar and Yuvraj. Alright, so who is known as the Aryaputra? Aryaputra is a Yuvraj, and he is distinct from Kumar. What is the term agronomy means? Alright, so agronomy, it is referred to by Megasthenes as an official who were interested with, among other things, collection of revenue but not revenue management. Here it is given collection of revenue, but it does not comes under revenue management. Supervision of irrigation facilities, judicial administration and maintenance of roads, or you can say construction of roads. So what is the answer that is accepted by the UPPSC? So it is the answer that is accepted is your construction of roads related to agronomy. When we talk about ST-nomy, alright, ST-nomy, it is the officers who looked after the city administration in the Mauryan Empire according to Megasthenes. Alright, So let's other of the terms are also given over here. Dhamma, it is a Pali word that is Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, it is known as the dharma. All right, you all know Buddha's Dhamma. All right, so these are the dharma word that is in Pali language. Episcopi, spies according to classical text. When we talk about Pati Vedakas, it is mentioned in Ashokan inscription and its meaning is messenger but acts as a spy. When we talk about Pulisa, it is the administrative official. Ubhay Vedanta, it is the spy who was in the payroll of two kings. And when we talk about Upod term, it is a peculiar type of test of deception. Alright, so these are the important terms and their definitions that we have discussed related to your Mauryan age or Mauryan empire. Alright, so that's all for today. We will meet again tomorrow with some current affairs news, questions, previous year's questions and one of the articles. So do not forget to join the session tomorrow. Be regular in the class and please, before going, like the session, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Good night and bye-bye everyone.